Hey guys, good afternoon. It's been a day of nada. My camera battery died last night, story of my life, and I don't think I finished vlogging about my new Birks. What are they called? Birkenstocks? What do you call them? Birkies? I'm not sure. I was super surprised. Andres told me actually that he had ordered something, but it didn't come in yet, and I was like, oh, you didn't even have to order me anything, like, don't worry about it. And he was like, no, but I hope that you're gonna like it. That's pretty much what he was saying. It's like, I hope you're gonna like it. I'm sure I will. He's a great gift giver. And so then I was editing last night when he got home from work. He came in and did his whole quarantine self-care, like scrubbing himself and everything, and then came back, and I was still editing. I was waiting for the vlog. He came in here to get himself something to eat, still doing the vlog. I finally got up and came over here, and he had the Nordstrom box sitting on where I sit on the couch. And I was like, oh, I thought you had said that it hadn't come in yet. He's like, well, I went to go pick it up today. Apparently Nordstrom's doing curbside too. That's what he said. He just called and they brought it out to a table. They left it on the table and called him and was like, okay, you can go get it. And he went out to go get it. I thought that was strange. I haven't seen any company do it like that before, but anyway, that's how they did it. So I was like, oh my gosh. And of course, when I opened it, the box was shaped like shoes. So I was like, did you get me shoes? But my first thought was, what kind of shoes would he have got me from Nordstrom? I didn't even think about Birkenstocks. Didn't even think about it. And then I opened them and I was like, oh my gosh, baby, I was just thinking about these. And I was like, did you read the vlog? Were you reading the comments talking about it? Or did you see my, because I had the website up on my Big Mac, and he's like, no, just people, like I said last night, people have been telling you that these are really good shoes. I know you've been wanting some good shoes, and so hopefully you like them. I love them. The only thing is, I've heard that you had to break them in. I haven't done a ton of research on them. This is what the brand, I showed them last night, but I've been wearing them around the house just to break them in. So they're the rose gold Arizona Birkenstocks. He got me a size 9.5, and I actually feel like they fit perfectly. I'm not sure if the Arizonas, this is actually the narrow fit, yes, narrow width. I think they have a regular, they don't do wide, but I think they have a regular. These actually fit okay. I'm on the widest hole on each of these. I could actually go one hole smaller on this part, but I just haven't yet. I've been trying to break them in. The next size up is a 10.5. I normally wear a 9.5 in most of my shoes. However, most of my shoes that I have like this, like I'm staring at some that I have from the Mad Love brand from Target, those are a 10. And my heel, there's probably about this much space on the back where my heel kind of just sits there. These are not supposed to have space, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go in store to try them on. The only other thing that I maybe would do would be get a 10.5 and see how they feel. I actually feel like these look fine. Like my foot fits perfectly in it, but when I walk, I can feel the edge right there. Like if my foot goes too forward, which is why I think I need to just tighten the grips a little bit. If my foot goes too forward, I can feel the edge. And I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Don't mind my wicked toes. I desperately need a pedicure, but I'm not gonna go get one right now. Maybe in the next few weeks, but not right now. So, yeah, I'm not sure. If you're a Birkenstock fanatic, let me know in the comments below how they're exactly supposed to fit so that I can get a better idea. Nordstrom has an amazing return policy, which is really cool that he got them from there, because it's very easy to just take them back and purchase another one. Not a big deal versus purchasing them on the website. And these shoes, these in particular, I was actually looking at the ones that I told you guys the other day, the Mayeri or something like that look like this Mad Love shoe. And actually these don't feel like, to me, like they need to be broken in, but I've heard that they give you blisters. So this is actually this is just a cheap $20 pair from Target that I love. This is actually the pair that I wore to Disney, walked 25,000 steps, no problems in it, but now I can't. I can wear them, but I couldn't wear them 25,000 steps worth. Again, I've heard that these get better as you wear them because right now they feel a little stiff. They don't feel like they would rub, like they'd give me blisters, but they just feel stiff. So yeah, I was looking at these. These are 100 on Birkenstock. The Arizonas are like 140. So it's what I'm into right now for sure, like the double strap. Those ones I've had for 2 or 3 summers now, and I love them, but the double strap is really what I've been into lately. So I'm going to keep these unless they end up not fitting or something like that. Then I'll return them and try the 10 and a half. I don't know if they run true to size or if they run small. So that's all those things that I wanted to talk about last night, and my camera died and then I went to bed because it was late. I'm letting the water warm up so I can do some dishes. This morning we all were just pretty lazy. Each of the girls had a Zoom with their class, and that was that. We didn't go pick up their packets. Shame on me, but I will not make the mistake of doing double homework tomorrow because I will torture myself. That's not happening. So we will either do part of it today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit the next day, like I talked about last time. I am not planning on torturing them or me with double work on one day because we took an extra day off this week. We only have 3 weeks left, including this week, so we're trucking along here. I'm very excited. Everly took almost a 3-hour nap, which is amazing. Yeah, I feel like this water takes forever to get warm. So that's really good. We're doing laundry, going to get the downstairs spruced up a little bit. Nope, Autumn, wrong kid. Autumn is in a nap right now. The big girls are actually up because they just are. They don't take naps for quiet time anyway. So yeah, we are gonna spruce things up. I think we're doing spaghetti and meatballs tonight for dinner, which will be good. It's a family favorite. I'm going to do spaghetti squash because I definitely indulged the last 2 days. I feel puffy today, although I didn't gain a whole lot of weight. I lost on Saturday, so I lost 2 pounds last week and I lost 0.4 pounds on Saturday, so 2 weeks loss, even though it was a little baby loss, is better than I have been doing. I've been going up and down, up and down, up and down, same couple of pounds, but today I feel bloated. So it definitely was from my indulging weekend, my indulging Mother's Day weekend. Now we're back at it. So I'm going to do, I think, spaghetti squash or zucchini noodles. One of the two. I have both. Maybe zoodles because I don't want them to go bad. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda. I finished my class last night. I'm super excited. So I have the whole week off to just chill and do nothing. And that's probably what we will be doing. I just got done having a snack, my afternoon snack, and I wanted to show it to you guys. This one kind of came apart crazy, but I wanted to show you the flavor, the caramel brownie. I initially, when I tried this one, I wasn't like thrilled about it, and I was like, let me give it another try. And I had it today. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. She can sleep there. I had it today for snack because these ones are only 3 points, and I was like, man, it's really good. The last time I had it, I didn't appreciate it for its texture, the caramel texture in it. It tastes very much, this one has a similar texture to like a Werther's original caramel chew. Yeah, so I don't know, I thought I would share that with you guys. I do have a code for Built Bar. They've been running a sale here lately, like 20% off or something. But if you've never tried Built Bar, that did nothing. I have a $10 code down below if you're interested. Everly is taking a nap there. I'm just chilling. I got a load in the washer, towels first, because since we've been disinfecting things more and like wiping stuff down because we're all here, the house, Maddie took a bath for her quiet time. Emmy was playing Spyro on the Nintendo Switch. Maddie took a bath because
I was stinky.
Midday baths are the greatest. Autumn is still taking a nap. I got the kitchen completely cleaned, wiped down, feels good, and a load in the washer, and I'm just gonna rotate laundry. I probably won't fold any of it today. That's typically what I do when I do laundry, is just, I really need to get into the habit of doing like a load a day. Hasn't happened yet, but look Maddie, scoot over mama. Scoot over baby, so I can show them how much laundry. Do you see how much laundry is on the floor? Yes, and that's not even including Everly's or Autumn's. Everly's isn't bad though. I keep a basket of dirty clothes for her right there. Her clothes are almost always like for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, just one load. So hers isn't bad. Most of the time the girls, especially because it's been like summer vibes for us, they've either stayed in their pajamas most of the day. Like she didn't even change into a regular outfit today. She went from last night's pajamas to tonight's pajamas after her bath. So I mean, it is what it is. We've been re-wearing clothes. Emmy especially has been wearing like her day clothes at night. I think that's just like a preteen thing. I remember wanting to do that a lot. So she's been doing that. So their laundry really hasn't been that bad. I've been getting it done like once every week to 10 days because they don't have enough really to go much past that. So they usually each have a load. So I do a load for all 4 of them. Andres and I usually do 2 loads a week, and we do a load of towels. So, and then if we're washing sheets or whatever, the sheets normally, like all their comforters and stuff, have to go in their own load. Our sheets can go usually with the towels or something because I just, our down comforter, I don't wash directly in the washer. So if I really worked at it, I could honestly just do 1 load every single day and be done with it, but I don't. I always make it harder for myself and do 10 loads in one day. I wish I had like 2 washers, 2 dryers. That would make it so much easier. So what'll happen is as each load goes from the washer to the dryer, it'll go where it needs to go and we'll fold it at some point. But the towels needed to happen first because I ran out of kitchen towels. I've never run out of kitchen towels. In fact, most of the time the drawer is like jam-packed. So it was time to do laundry when you run out of kitchen towels. And we're gonna do, I think I talked about this earlier, spaghetti meatballs. So I'm just waiting for Andres to get off. He's gonna go pick up the girls' packets from school. And then I will put my meatballs and spaghetti on. And we'll have an early dinner tonight. And then just chill. We're at Home Depot. I had Andres park by this Barndomenium thing because I think this would be really cool for Nin. We eventually would love to have property and she wants to live on somebody's property. Nin, what do you think about this? It's 2 stories. It's right under $13,000. Comes with a roof. When you walk in, the girls are right here. When you walk, Andres went into Home Depot. I'm not going in. Home Depot's not my favorite store. When you walk in, you could have, it's 2 stories, so that I don't know that she would want that, but it's like a little living room, kitchen area. And then upstairs it's just empty. You could add a bathroom, add a kitchen. Voila, you're in somebody's backyard. Okay, we're home from Home Depot. Didn't find 1 single thing we needed. Everything's like all sold out, so you're gonna say goodnight?
Good night, tomorrow. Boop. Good night, tomorrow. Boop. Good night, tomorrow. Boop. And everybody. Good night, tomorrow. Boop. Also me.
You just said it.
I did.
Okay, say it again.
Good night, tomorrow. Boop. Good night, tomorrow.
Okay, I just got done editing the vlog. It's uploading right now. I'm just waiting for it to process so that I can schedule it, or not schedule it, so I can set it live. Andres is watching some wrestling thing and I think he's actually asleep. He's kind of snoring on and off. It's 10:25 and I'm very tired. Everly was up like 6. When I got up it was 6:15. Andres had got up around 6 to go to work. So he said that she had actually been whining like 15 minutes before that, since like 5:45. I didn't actually get up and hear her to where she was like not putting herself back to sleep until 6:15. So it was a very early morning this morning and I'm really tired. And it's very strange because I haven't pumped or breastfed her. I haven't pumped in a week. Yeah, like 6 days. And today, for whatever reason, both of my breasts are hurting like I need to pump, you know, like that kind of feeling. And I haven't had that the last couple of days. So all day I've kind of been a little uncomfortable. I don't know, that's very weird. Has that happened to you guys where like you stop breastfeeding and then like a week later you're like, what the heck, nothing's happening here. Why is this going on? I don't know. Especially because I've never in the past had to like slowly wean myself off of anything to make sure I'm not engorged or anything like that. That just doesn't happen to me. I don't produce enough milk. So this was a strange feeling for me. But anyways, all day I've kind of been feeling like that. So yeah, while I was waiting for it to export and everything, I was answering questions from yesterday's vlog, and like 90% of the comments were about getting a dimmer switch. So Andres must have seen that because he suggested that today actually, or was it last night? Maybe last night before the vlog even went live. I don't know. Anyway, when I was talking about how bright it was, he was like, we could probably put them on a dimmer switch. So you guys are awesome for the suggestions. And don't worry, we won't be moving anything else heavy. I know all of you worry about Andres. I do too. Like, of course, like, he's my #1 priority. Nothing is done with malintention or anything like that. Most of the time I'm telling him to cool it. This project was one that I just didn't even know how we were going to get it done if we just didn't do it ourselves, because hiring people to come in, even though it was in the backyard, like to come to the house, I just didn't want a bunch of people here in the back where the girls are playing, helping him, you know, like it just didn't set right with me. So we went about it the way we went about it, and I answered back to a bunch of the comments, probably 75% of them, but he does wear a hernia belt every single day now because we don't want it to get any bigger than it already is, and so we take as much precaution as we can. This is probably the heaviest thing that he's done in over a year. So anyway, that's beside the point. Yeah, actually, speaking of that, the hernia doctor called him not that long ago, said they were starting to do surgeries, but I told him, I was like, we just need to wait just a little while longer. I know San Antonio per se, like our hospitals don't have a ton. I think I heard on the news yesterday that interrupted the sing-along. I think the hospital has like 30, or no, maybe that was ICU. I think it was like 47 patients or something like that throughout all of our hospitals in San Antonio. And like 30 some odd of them are in ICU. So he wouldn't even go, and prior to an elective surgery like that, he would be tested. I know it. So I don't want to take that risk unless it's absolutely necessary. And right now the hernia is small enough that it's not necessary if it got to that point. I mean, it is necessary, but we don't have to do it like tomorrow. So I kind of want to wait until things settle down just a little bit longer, and we'll just kind of take it by there, like month by month. He also, in the last year, has taken off twice for 2 different surgeries, so we're gonna have to play that by ear as well. So anyway, thank you guys for all the concern, and I mean, no hard feelings. Like it is what it is. You know, some people go about it a lot nicer and more pleasantly than others, and for those of you, I'm grateful and thankful. Some people aren't so nice, but you know, it is what it is. That's the world we live in. So anyway, I've been trying to answer y'all's questions. Again, like I'm super excited about all the interaction that I'm getting with you guys on Instagram. I feel like I'm really getting to know you guys, or like personal conversations about a whole bunch of stuff. It really makes me happy. It's awesome, and it just makes me feel better. So anyway, we watched 90 Day Fiance Pillow Talk, and I cannot with 90 Day Fiance, you guys. Like, I cannot. It is, this 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days is insane. This one is insane. Like, none of the couples are going to make it. And I don't even know what is happening. Big Ed, if you haven't watched it, or this is a spoiler for you, skip over this part, but Big Ed and Rosemary are not going to make it. She's breaking it off with him because he lied to her about having kids, or didn't tell her. Maybe he didn't directly lie, but he omitted that part about not wanting to have kids. And Varia and Jeff, she turned him down, said no, we're not getting engaged before you go back to America. Stephanie and her girlfriend, I forget what her name is, with the pink and purple hair, the couple that's in Australia, they are like done. She broke a plate in her room and everything, tossing bowls across the room. They're done. Ash and Avery, they're done because he's lying to her left and right. The ex-wife is like trying to cover it up. She doesn't seem like she's telling the truth either. So they're done. What other couples? David and Lana. First off, nobody saw that coming, that she actually would show up. And I 100% believe that she's scamming him in some way. And I cannot believe that he was like crazy enough to continuously go back. I mean, hey, he persevered through that, that's for sure. And what other couple? I feel like there's another couple that I'm missing. But anyway, they're all like not right for each other. They're all breaking up. Something's happening. None of them are making it. It's crazy. Usually within a season, I can see 1 or 2 couples that are genuine and you're like, oh, they're so cute. They're gonna make it. They really love each other. This season is a hot freaking mess. It's like a car wreck you cannot look away from. It's so crazy. So, and I love watching Pillow Talk because I think their reactions are so funny. I mean, Andres and I do the same thing back and forth with each other. I think it's a great way to show how everyone in the world is feeling pretty much, because some of the things that they say I'm like, no, I don't see that or whatever. Most of it I'm like, yes, preach, preach. So we did that and now we're just exhausted, ready for bed. So I am going to get myself in bed at 10:30. Woo woo. Vlog just went live. It was a little shorty today, 15 minutes, but hopefully you guys understand. It was Mother's Day and I wanted to spend it with, and it was too hard to film. I honestly, like, you really have to be careful when you're in a mask all day long and you're having a conversation. God, that keeps freaking me out. It keeps looking like a person in the screen. When you're having a conversation, because your CO2 levels with, you know, especially if you have a filtered mask on or if you have a cloth mask with a filter, an AC filter in it. The AC filters especially are meant to catch dust, dirt, and debris. They're not meant for you to breathe through. So a lot of times what's happening when you're not allowing it to air out a little bit, your CO2 levels are rising so high and it causes dizziness, lightheadedness. You could faint, you know, from that stuff. I mean, it could be deadly. It's not if you can, you know, regulate it, but it does make you lightheaded and dizzy when you're in it all day long. I mean, and especially when you're walking around. It's different when you just have it and you're just breathing, but when you're talking and you're trying to catch your breath in between, it really causes problems. So filming and like trying to do the whole thing is just too much. But I may show you guys when we get together for Memorial Day weekend, how we do it. Like, I was actually talking with my mom today. We're each going to bring tables like for our family. So like the 6 of us, Chubby and Melissa, if you're watching this, we're gonna have them and the boys at a table, and then my mom and Nin and Grandma at another table. They've all been quarantined, but because we're a household, they're a household, we're all gonna stay at our own like tables at different parts of the yard. And I think that'll be sufficient to take a little bit of a break so we don't get too lightheaded, because especially like I said, when you're in it all day or when you're in the store, yeah, it's sweaty, but if you're just like huffing and puffing, that's why I don't think that they would work at the gym. I think people would be passing out left and right. That's why it kind of scares me when people are out walking and running with masks on. I'm like, you're going to pass out in the street if you don't regulate your breathing and take a little break from it every now and then. So anyway, just my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. Just be careful. I mean, you've seen, like, especially with the N95s, they don't have a lot of give, especially if you're wearing it right, which most people aren't, but especially if you're wearing it right, they don't have a lot of give when you're breathing, and you don't really want to wear it when you're by yourself, because if you pass out, you're not going to know. It cracks me up when I'm driving by people. They're in their car by themselves with their mask on. I'm like, why do you have your mask on in your car by yourself? Unless you're like an Uber driver or something and you're picking up people in your car and you want to wear a mask while you're in your car. If you're just driving to and from the store, you don't have to wear a mask in your own vehicle. That's like wearing a mask in your own home when nobody else is there. So just be cautious, be careful. It definitely, I get very lightheaded and headaches and dizziness, and my blood pressure fluctuations affects me greatly. So the second anything starts to imbalance in me, I can feel it. You know, I'm very, very sensitive when it comes to those kinds of things. So even when I was sitting outside with Breeze in my medical mask, I was getting lightheaded, you know, and I was having a hard time focusing and stuff. So I had to take a couple breathers just like out to the side, and I was away from everybody, but still. So anyway, I don't even know how I got started talking about that. I'm going to go to bed before it gets too late. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Thanks for all the interaction, comments and questions and everything. I try and get back to as many people as I can, but if you've asked something I haven't been able to get back to you or I haven't read it or whatever, you can always message me on Instagram, and I am fairly quick at getting back to people on Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you tomorrow.